called it the greatest love story of the 20th century. The king who gave up his throne for the woman he loved.
How do you find living in England, Mrs. Simpson?
I'm always cold.
Maybe you need someone to keep you warm.
Isn't that what husbands are for? Are you trying to seduce me?
Is it working?
I'm sure the rumors aren't true, Your Majesty.
Which rumors?
That he's rather serious about her.
What do you mean, serious? She's a married woman.
I have never known one person so utterly possessed by another as he was by her.
Well, I was always fascinated with the story of Wallis Simpson and King Edward VIII's decision to abdicate the throne for the woman he loved. But I wanted to investigate that story and his reasons and try to understand what it was about this woman that would lead this man to make such a big sacrifice. But I was never interested in making a straightforward biopic. So I created the modern day story and the modern day character of Wally Winthrop so that I could have a point of view in which to tell the story. Because I think in the end, truth is subjective, and we can all read the same history book and have a different point of view and get something different from it. So it was important for me to not present the story and say, this is the one and only story, but rather to say, this is the story that moved me and inspired me. So that's how the two love stories were created. I do think it's about love and having the courage to make difficult choices, which we all have to, men and women. But I think the message of the film is to realize that in the end, happiness lies in your own hand, and that we are, in fact, in charge of our destiny. And even though we're dealt a hand of cards, from the day we're born, we can change our destiny. Yes.
But my relationship with the film and what it meant to me through the eyes of my character, essentially, were all sorts of different things to do with love, passion, bravery, tenacity, motherhood, a sense of spirit, knowing oneself, and that feeling of emptiness at the end of a soulless dinner party.
There was definitely something that felt different about being in those clothes. Wally had a really good wardrobe, actually. And, there was something about always wearing the heels and having the handbag and things being fitted, and particularly around the waist, that makes you carry yourself differently. And Madonna also had us training when we were making the film with her trainers, and so that helped as well, just to sort of be, physically within our own bodies.
It was important to me to underline and express the world of luxury that these characters came from, the royal family, the world that Wallis Simpson lived in. She was very much a presentational character that cared deeply about the rooms that she was in, the lighting, the flowers, her dress, and then of course Wally's character. She lives on Park Avenue. She also lives in a world of good taste, refinement, and luxury. So I wanted to express that in the film. Also, the Sotheby's auction aspect of the film was very much about objects, and objects being used as a device to go back and forth in time. Objects that had a very tactile sensibility about them, so you needed to see that shiny gleamingness of the martini shaker, or the pillbox, or the linen, the tactile quality of touching a linen tablecloth. So it was important to pick up on those details and nuances, because I thought that King Edward VIII was very punk rock. I thought he was quite rebellious and cutting edge in his point of view about life and how to run the empire, and I thought that using the Sex Pistols was a perfect marriage between the monarchy at the time and what they were doing, drinking Benzedrine cocktails while watching a Charlie Chaplin film. I had to earn my way in the world of being taken seriously in the music. department, and now I'm well aware that I have to do the same in the world of film. So,
do you care what the critics think?
Well, I do when I think that it's a fair criticism. I can tell when people are reviewing my film and when they're reviewing me personally, and I welcome criticisms of my film when it's viewed as an artistic form.
We had a lot of discussions about character too, but there was a certain sense of freedom, I remember, when we were rehearsing. And it was really lovely just to be able to find that character within ourselves, physically, mentally, spiritually, but know that we had, all the information and all the direction that we needed from Madonna.
She was and is a very provocative character in the history of world politics, in the world of fashion, and the decision that King Edward VIII made to leave the throne. I mean, I don't think it was ever done before. It changed the British Empire. It changed things enormously, and she is a mysterious, enigmatic creature, not conventionally beautiful, not young, not twice divorced, not anything fabulous about her background, and somehow she managed to capture the heart of the man who at the time held the most important position in the world, and that story intrigued me immensely, and I wanted to understand it.
I have found it impossible to discharge my duties as king without the help and support of the woman I love.
The whole world turned against her, but she never backed down. You have no idea how hard it is to live out the greatest romance of the century.